This video, we're going to be solving an order of operations problem, and we're going to be using PEMDAS to tell us what order we need to solve our operations in. First, we need to remember that whenever we're dealing with anything mathematically, we want to solve from left to right. And then we can use PEMDAS to give us the order of how we solve our operations. So the P represents parentheses. So that means we need to solve the operations that are inside of parentheses first. Second, we solve exponents. Third, we solve for multiplication and divisions. And finally, we solve any additions and subtractions, always moving from left to right. So let's go ahead and evaluate our equation here. Now, I notice that we have two sets of parentheses. So if we always need to solve from left to right, that means we will first solve the operation inside the first parentheses. This is 3 plus 2. And then we'll go ahead and solve the operation inside the second parentheses, which is 4 times 5. All right, so we can start by writing out the part of our equation that we're not solving yet. So we have 3. And then we're going to solve the operation, the 3 plus 2, but we're going to leave it inside the parentheses for now. So 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. We're going to keep that inside the parentheses. Now we're just going to rewrite the second parentheses and the operation inside. So for our next step, we're going to solve the operation in the second parentheses. So we can just recopy the rest of our equation that we're not dealing with right now. So the second parentheses, 4 times 5. 4 times 5 equals 20. And we'll just leave that in the parentheses. Now, according to PEMDAS, the next thing we need to deal with is exponents. We have no exponents in this equation, so we can move on now to multiplication and division. So, in case you weren't aware or you didn't remember, when we have numbers beside each other, surrounded by parentheses, the parentheses mean multiplication. So we can rewrite what we have left in our equation. And it simply will be 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 20. So these two ways of writing it mean the same thing. So if you remember or recognize that the parentheses just mean multiplication, you don't need to rewrite it. But if you feel like you might forget or you're unsure, you can always rewrite it with the multiplication symbols there. So now we can perform our multiplications. Remembering that we're moving from left to right, we will first multiply 3 times 5, and that will give us 15, multiplied by 20. And we can do our final operation, 15 multiplied by 20, and that will give us an answer of 300. And that's it.